Welcome back, my fellow degenerates. Week 8 is upon us, and we promise you it's going to be much more entertaining than last week. Week 7 is behind us, and don't worry, guys, we got two elite QBs returning to the fold. Yeah, you guessed it, it's Tua and Jameis. Believe it or not, though, these guys may help propel your team to the fantasy playoffs with their elite passing volume. I mean, Jameis is the definition of fuck it and chuck it. Let's see if he can go 30 for 30 again. Um, Anyways, last week, Dan and I, we struck out on our pick recommendations, but it was a dumpster fire all around the league. So you can't really blame us. And speaking of dumpster fires, we have a couple more games like that this week. As fans, we don't really want to watch these. Denver, Carolina, that's you. But these games can be key for winning your fantasy matchups. You never know. Bo Nix, he might rush for 100 yards against the Panthers. Or maybe Bryce Young on his comeback figures it out and leaves Deontay Johnson with 15 targets. Dan and I are going to be much better with our picks moving forward. We want to help guide you guys to the playoffs and ultimately your fantasy championships. So don't worry, whether you're 6-1 or 2-5, you guys still have a shot. Anyways, that's about all I got. So hope you guys enjoy the video. As always, good luck in all of your fantasy football endeavors, unless you're in one of our leagues, because then luck ain't gonna save you. Peace.
In audio.
3, 2, 1, action. Welcome back to the DGen Fantasy Football Podcast. With me tonight, my co-host Dylan Rains, as usual.
Yellow.
I'm Dan Schmader. We're back another day to talk about Week 8. Hopefully, better than Week 7. And tonight we're going to go over some picks. I think a couple weeks ago we started to stray away from like the classic star power. It's not like a lock pick. It's like a flex,
Yeah.
if you will. And some of them are desperation flexes. But first, let's go over last week's picks, Dylan.
Do we have to?
And I think we owe it to the fans,
Yeah.
AJ, and our fiance and our girlfriends,
Yeah.
to admit our picks from last week. So let's kick it off with QB. My only hit for the whole week is Drake May. He looks great.
Yeah.
Start him again.
Yeah.
You want to reveal your only hit?
My only hit was Kareem Hunt, and he hit it out of the ballpark. So getting those 2 TDs, great pick
Nailed
again
it.
this week. Yeah, everyone else was a miss. I will say though, my misses were a lot closer than yours. So
Oh my god, dude! One of my guys like broke his leg.
with like 10 seconds left in the game.
Would have had the score winning touchdown.
Yeah, true. But yeah, I mean, like T-Law just missed by like a point and a half. Lad missed by like a point and a half or 2 points. So rough out there. But I went 1 for 4. You went what, 1 for 7?
Yeah, because I picked
Or what
six
thing?
players.
Yeah.
Barely played. It was weird. I missed on Algier, Bijan game.
Yeah.
Missed on Godwin, RIP.
Yeah.
Bye. Wandell, miss. Laporta, trash, miss.
Yeah.
And then you went with Lad McConkey.
Yeah.
Rough game. With all those yards from Herbert,
I know.
still got close though.
Yeah, he did.
And then
That's all right.
Alton Schultz. He's a little stinker.
Yeah.
So that goes to show you how difficult the flex position is. I think we should start throwing in like just your starts of the week, like who you think is just a lock in, no fuck around start.
Yeah. I mean, we can only talk about these like borderline guys so much, other than being like, I like this matchup randomly. I'm just because I'm praying that in one of my leagues he pops off. So a little more insight.
If you're streaming someone like that, it's probably matchup based.
Yep.
And that way we can just pick Derrick Henry every week and we're good to go.
Yeah.
But wait, week 7's in the rear view. Let's move on. We have a new week ahead. It's getting to that season, part of the fantasy season where it's a very instrumental time of year. This could be it for like those 2-5 teams, 3-4 teams. This is it. So make some trades and good luck in week 8. Who we playing though?
Yeah.
I will kick it off. I'm going to go with Tua versus the Cardinals return game. I think it's
Yeah.
going to be big things for Waddle, Tyreek Hill, the full crew.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat actually. We didn't look at each other's picks before this, but Tua was my first pick at quarterback as well, coming back from the injury. So I mean, reports are he's been like feeling fine for a couple weeks now. He just wanted to like give time, obviously, on the IR, but yeah, promising. And Herbert, like we mentioned, threw for 350 yards on this Cardinals D last week, and that is not the Chargers' strength. So I expect Tua to light him up.
Hope so, dude. I'm rooting for Tua.
Yeah.
And it's like the whole offense should get better. If you had Waddle and you stuck it out, obviously most people probably held Tyreek.
Yep.
Hopefully this turns it around for the whole team. It is kind of crazy. Did you see the report about him refusing to wear a Guardian cap?
Yeah. I mean, they don't look cool, so I can't blame them, right?
They really don't look
No.
cool. Did you see A-Chain wearing his?
Yeah, I saw a comment on Twitter that was like, HA looks like Toad from Super Mario out there. And I was like, oh, this is so good. So,
Yeah, or like a Pee Wee football player.
yeah.
His giant head. Yeah,
But I mean,
get it.
Tua has no excuse, though. I mean, he's got to
No.
wear it. So, but I mean, he's not
Yeah.
ridiculous.
All he knows is ball.
Yeah.
All right. I picked a bonus quarterback. Oh, as did you. We each
Yeah.
picked two players for each position. My bonus QB is Bo Nix versus the Panthers. We talked about this yesterday on the show, but Bo Nix actually kicks in like some pretty legitimate rushing yards.
Yeah, he does.
And the Panthers are down bad right now, so I think the matchup's nice. They looked good last week, the whole team, run game. So I think this should be a good game script for Bo.
Yep.
And hopefully score another 25 plus points.
Yeah, we're back to starting everyone versus the Panthers each week, so we like that.
Yeah.
My second QB this week is Kirk Cousins. He's going against the Tampa Bay Bucks, who they just lost versus the Ravens, and now they lost their offense. I think it's going to be a little bit of a struggle for their team as a whole, and that's going to lead to more opportunities for Kirk. And also Lamar did just light up the Bucks. I mean, obviously Lamar's great, but Kirk Cousins is also a really good passer. So I like Kirk this week.
Kirk almost won. Maybe he did go for 400. It was only a few weeks ago.
Yep.
He passed the ball 55 times.
So it was 500, wasn't it?
Holy shit.
Yeah. I think it was 509.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, he's a good pick. Hopefully it's kind of similar to that game. You got to imagine the Bucks are kind of like prepping for it.
Yeah.
Or their offense just can't keep up, and it's like a Bijan Algier game. Running backs. I picked J.K. Dobbins. Dobbins this is more matchup based. He's been good, but he's playing against the Saints. I think the Chargers should be winning the game.
Yeah.
And they're just going to crush it with J.K. Dobbins. That's the hope. What do you got?
I hate this player, but I went with Rachaad White, playing the Falcons, like we mentioned earlier. The biggest thing for this game is just the pass volume for Rachaad. Godwin out, Mike Evans out. We got Jalen McMillan, probably the wide receiver one, with Trey Palmer, Sterling Shepard, Cade Otton. So Rashaad's probably like the number one target there. So he'll probably get I wouldn't be surprised if Rachaad had 10 targets.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And they'll probably be playing from behind. So
yep.
Could be nice. Just a dump off machine.
Yeah.
My second RB was Ray Davis, which is kind of cheap, I admit, because his projection is not high. But Ray Davis is playing. Who is Ray Davis playing? That matchup was nice. And I just feel like James Cook is a little banged up right now.
Yeah.
And Ray Davis is playing Seattle Seahawks. So I think it's going to be a good game where they have kind of a balance between passing, running, Ray Davis getting in there. I wouldn't start Ray Davis over James Cook, but something seems a little off with Cook last week.
Yeah.
He doesn't have an injury tag right now, but I feel like we're going to see more Ray.
Yeah. I mean, Ray's looked great so far, so it's exciting to see.
He's an old man, dude. He's seasoned.
I know.
He's like 25 years old or something.
Yeah, old man rookie. Anyways, this week I'm ripping out Raheem Mostert also in the running back position versus the Cardinals. I didn't want to
Ooh.
go too heavy on the Dolphins, but Mostert had a decent involvement last week with 11 carries, putting up 50 yards. So I think he's starting to look good again. And this game could get out of hand, and we could see a lot of ground game with Mostert involved. So, I mean, he really only needs like 10 points to hit projection. I think it's actually lower than that. So,
Yeah. Yeah, we're kind of scheming the system a little bit, but I agree. I think it's just been a disaster for Dolphins, all of them,
yeah.
A-Chain included, and hopefully Mostert still has it. It's just a good game script, and Tua's finally back.
Yeah.
Those feel like good picks for running back.
Yeah.
God, I hope so. Okay. Once again, this is a lot like your Kirk pick, but I picked Darnell Mooney against the Bucks simply because every single team and receiver has like passed all over the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Again, the fear is that they're just going to go up early, and Darnell, Drake London, Pitts won't be super involved. But we'll see. Last time he played the Bucks, he had 15 receptions, 130 yards, touchdown. So I'm hopeful.
Yeah, I feel like Baker's enough of like a gamer to like keep it close and not just like get it out of hand from the get-go. So
Yeah, like figure out how to score.
yeah, he's got that grit for sure. So we like that. Sticking with an NFC South receiver, I'm going Chris Olave here, and I don't like the game, the chances for the Saints this game really, but I think they're going to be down to the Chargers, who are going to be like chewing clock. And I mean, Shaheed's out for the year. They don't really have a lot of other targets, so I imagine Bub Means, Mason Tipton go back to the back seat, and Olave just gets peppered this week and probably sees double-digit targets. So
Okay, I hope so.
yeah,
The matchup is not great,
no,
for
it's
sure.
not, but
But neither was the matchup last week against the Broncos, and like Tipton, um, Cedric Wilson, like they got good targets, and they
yeah,
ended up not being a bust for the week. So I
yep,
like that one. This is like an ultimate. You're down and out. Your guys are injured. You had Ayuk, broke his leg. You had Rasheed. There's a guy named Cedric Tillman on the Browns,
oh,
and
dude,
and more importantly, there's a guy named Jameis Winston at the
that's
helm at
true.
quarterback. Jerry Jeudy is healthy in there. Welcome. And Joku, he's the man. Not going to say anything different about that. But Cedric Tillman, I think, is going to get 8+ targets.
Okay,
And he's not going to blow up for you, but he could get like 6 catches, 55 yards. That'd be a damn good game. So I'm going Cedric Tillman for my desperation flex play of the week.
yeah, I'm not co-signing that one by any means, but I do like Jameis just slinging that thing. So I'm excited to see Jameis. And my desperate play is terrible week last week, not just for him, but the whole team is Tank Dell. They're taking on the Colts this week. CJ Stroud, awful last week, less than 100 yards. I think he had 10 completions. I don't think that happens again. Nico Collins still out. So I think Tank kind of has a comeback game here. So, yeah.
I hope so. Like, what's been going on with Tank? He went like 4 targets, no catches.
Yeah. It's
No Nico.
just tough times down there in Houston. It's
Yeah.
not looking
It
good.
really wasn't on him, though, I guess. CJ's bottom line was like really bad.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't believe I picked this guy because he might be one of my least favorite players in the NFL.
I know.
Dalton Kincaid. Dalton Kincaid
Oh,
has a good matchup. Who is Kincaid playing against? Let's see. Looked it up earlier, but
Seahawks. Seattle, right?
I guess it's the Seahawks. Yeah. God, I'm not even like earlier I was like, this could be good, and now I'm not even believing what I'm saying. I think we're gonna see touchdown out of Dalton Kincaid this weekend, and that is it. Like a 3 for 27 and a touchdown, and that's what I'm praying for.
Yeah.
I'm starting him.
That's great for tight end, though. That's like
That is great.
That's almost elite. So we take that.
It's almost 12 points. Yeah, I'll take that all day.
Yeah. My first tight end pick this week is similar reasoning to you with Cedric Tillman is David Njoku. I think he's just the number one there easily. I mean, like he's just a freak athletically, and there's really no one to throw the ball to. I think Njoku has like top 5 tight end upside rest of season, and it's like outside of like Kittle and Bowers, like I don't really know if there's anyone else I'd like take over him right now. So I feel like he's just like in a very good situation. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. With Jameis back there, anything feels possible.
Yeah. I mean,
That's the beauty of Jameis. He's
yeah.
a leader of men. He inspires hope in all of us. You never know. This could be like a Flacco situation. Like, I think people forget how good Njoku was
Yeah.
the last 6 games of the season last year. It was
Nuts.
It was beautiful. He's fast, strong, and catch. Speaking of all those things, my second tight end pick is Cade Otton. Cade Otton has been relevant in fantasy before. He had a stretch last year where he was able to be started, let's say.
Yeah.
Again, we've talked about this with Rashad. I think he's going to be kind of the second target unless McMillan like really surprises us and blows up. But I think we're going to see a lot of running back screens, dump offs in the pass game, and then a lot of like intermediate short routes with Cade Otton.
Yeah.
The matchup is also against the Falcons.
Yep. Falcons. So
who I like their defense, but I think he's got a good shot there to make an impact.
yeah, their defense has been good, but they do let up like quite a bit of yards as well as touchdowns. So, but like a lot of these picks, they're all just totally like opportunity based, right? I mean, Godwin Evans went down, like Cade Otton had 10 targets. I imagine it's somewhat similar this week. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
And that's how it should be with these like streaming type of guys.
yeah, especially the tight end
Mhm.
position. It's like I have quite a few leagues where like I'm just exclusively streaming my tight ends. It's just like see
Yeah.
who's there every week, not even like wasting my waiver spot on them.
Yeah.
Um,
So honestly, it's a good way to do it. If you didn't draft the George Kittle, Brock Bowers,
yeah.
on as well.
And then my second tight end pick of the week is also like a higher tier guy. He's coming off the bye week, but before the bye, he had a bad week. Was Jake Ferguson. I think he's going to quickly remind everyone like he's still great and have another big week. So they're playing the Niners. So I kind of actually hope this is a good game. I think I'm buying into a lot of hype of like Dak coming off the bye, but I feel like Dak's still very good and they're going to get things together at some point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I hope so, dude.
yeah, I do.
Because there is things going for them. Like, CD has the second easiest defensive schedule against receivers left for whatever that means. 7 weeks in,
Yeah.
and we know Dak is capable, but something does feel different than this time last year. Cowboys went into their bye, they turned it around, they started torching it up. But like their run game doesn't feel the same. The organization feels more chaotic. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure if it's going to click. But I do like Fergie, regardless of whether they pick it up.
Yeah. Their organization's a shit show right now with Jerry Jones in the news going like on the radio and saying things, just talking about Derrick Henry too much. And he needs to get out of there, man.
Yeah. Good luck. That guy's there to stay.
Yeah. Till he croaks.
That concludes our week 8 picks. We both have Tua, so he's a lock.
Yeah.
Onyx, Captain Kirk, Rashad, A.K. Dobbins, Ray Davis, Raheem Mostert, Chris Olave. That would be so sick.
Yeah.
Tank Dell, Darnell Mooney, Cedric, Cade Otton, Njoku, and Jake Ferguson. So we will review next week to see how we did. I think collectively we went 2 for 10 last week.
Yep.
About
2 for
20%.
10.
Yep. So this week, I feel better about it. I feel better about it. There's going to be some hits in here. The matchups are good,
Yeah.
and we're going to see some studs. You have any closing thoughts, Dylan?
Um, I'm excited. What do you think? Do you think Cooper Cup's going to move or no? As of now, he
If they
has been
lose tonight's
traded.
game,
Yeah.
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 If they lose tonight, but they're also asking for a lot, so like I don't know who's going to do that trade or who needs to, like what contending team.
Yeah.
I think the Commanders could still use a piece if they're
Yeah.
like serious about making a move, but I don't know, dude. Second round pick for Cup. He's worn down, but
Yeah.
we'll see. He
Yeah.
deserves to take another run at it. Do you think Stafford will be traded?
No, I don't think Stafford's going anywhere, but
Yeah, that one's tough.
you never know.
Really tough.
Yeah.
Never know.
So,
But hopefully we get to review it next week if something
yeah,
happens.
we will for sure. So,
Make sure to like and subscribe, leave a comment, and we will see you in week 9.
yes, sir.